We are now in Botswana, where we will start our safari on the Chobe River tomorrow. But I wanted to share with you an interesting story about the economy in Zimbabwe that we found out, and I checked around to kind of verify things. But we were in one of the markets where they sell you trinkets and stuff, and they were trying to sell me for a souvenir these banknotes that were $1 million, $20 million, a $2 trillion banknote. And I didn't understand, so I asked our guide, I said, was that like legitimate currency? And he said yes. He said back in the day, it might take $1 billion to go buy a loaf of bread. And I was like, really? And he said yes. And he said that's how we ended up on the US dollar. And in Zimbabwe, they use the US dollar. The story is that there was a change in government. That government nationalized a lot of the industries, including the big farms, but they didn't understand how to run them once they nationalized them, and it drove their economy into the floor, causing hyperinflation. Without any advance warning to the public, one day they changed over to the US dollar, and they made an announcement from the government that said all monies in the bank are now zero. We are starting with the US dollar, and it wiped everybody out. The animus is that the very wealthy somehow had moved their money offshore into gold, this type of thing. So although they lost a great deal because of the nationalizing of their businesses, they weren't completely wiped out like the regular public was. But that's how Zimbabwe ended up on the US dollar, and that's what has ruined their economy, and they're just now climbing back out of that. True story.